Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Magic the Gathering Online, presented by Kentucky Eclipse Gaming. I'm your player and host, Chappelle. Tonight it's Wednesday night, and that means we're doing some Pioneer action tonight. Now, we have unfortunately lost our Mythic token ticket. We no longer have access to every card in the entire Magic library. So it means all of our fancy decks we have are no longer valid unless we buy the cards themselves. And that being said, that's going to be a lot more expensive than paying $25 a month. So, what do we have for you tonight? Well, I decided that we're going to go ahead and go with our league play. No, we don't have one of our best decks. We no longer have any of the best decks anymore. We don't have any more of that. So we're playing. We're gonna take some Jenkins tonight. We're gonna play some Spirit Sisters. Yeah, Spirit Sisters in a league. Why not? What is Spirit Sisters? You asking, Chappelle? What is that? What does that do? Well, that is a 5-mana enchantment that's gonna do some funky stuff for us. All right. What does it do exactly? Well, I'll show you. I'll show you real quick on what the deck does. All right. But tonight we're gonna do five. We're gonna do a Pioneer League of Spirit Sisters. We're gonna play Esper or Asban. Esper as Abzan. What do I have selected right now? Abzan? Yeah, I like that. I like Abzan. Well, let's get off blue for tonight. We're gonna play this little Abzan Spirit Sister. So it's green, white, black. I'm gonna show you what the deck does. So without further ado, show you the deck, and we'll get to the game. All right, here it is. Now, like I said, this is Pioneer, so we don't have access to any of that fancy stuff, right? Here's the card that we're trying to work with. Spirit Sister's Calls. For 3 black whites and enchantment. Reads the beginning of your end step. Choose target permanent card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with the chosen card. If you do, return the chosen card to the graveyard to the battlefield and again, so the permanent will leave the battlefield exiled instead of put it anywhere else. Now, like I said, we either go one or two options. We can go Abzan or Esper. All right. I'll show you Esper real quick. All right. Esper is kind of the same thing, same mechanic. All right. Except that in Esper, you get access to blue cards. You get access to Thirst for Knowledge. You get access to Cavalier of Gales, which is essentially a 5/5 for 5 with Brainstorm on it, right? We get a couple Dig Through Times, some Ashen Riders, and Omniscience. But in Abzan, right, we're trying to do something similar, right? We got a couple Ulamoks, we got an Area Ultimatum, we've got some Cavalier of Thorns, Cavalier of the Night, Cavalier of Dawn. We got a few Nyx Weavers, we got a Mythos, we got the Grizzly Salvage, some Sylvan Caritas, some Thought Seizes, Stitcher Suppliers. We're trying to get we're trying to get something in our graveyards so we can either you know, play a Nyx Weaver, which is a 2/3 for reach for 3. Alright. This is an enchantment creature. So, that being said, we have an Ulamog in the graveyard. We just sacrifice this, bring Ulamog back, right? Or we can sacrifice well, really anything. Any permanent. That includes lands, too. So it's all about reanimating so as much as we can, right? Now, why is an Ashen Rider in this build? That's a damn good question. Why is an Ashen Rider in this build? I should change that. Like, that should just be a given, right? Right, should just be a given in the deck, right? Ashen Rider, right? So you're going to get 2 triggers off Ashen Rider. You're going to get it in the battlefield, exile something, right? When he leaves, exile something. So we can abuse that all the time. So we would play Esper because if we feel comfortable in blue, but we're going to play Abzan tonight. And we're going to just see how good that's going to be. So we're going to take Abzan and Spirit Sisters into a league tonight. Yes, we're going to take it into a league. I understand, it's kind of iffy. But we're going to take it into a league to see how good we do, okay? Hopefully we can go 5-0. But we'll see how best we can do. We knew that going into it we would probably lose our deck, so yeah. No, I'm sticking with Abzan. All right, let's do it. We are now locked in. Oh, shit. We're now locked in. Let's get this show on the road. Now, that being said, pray to God we don't run into like top decks or anything. So here we go. Let the games begin. What do we got? Carroted and Ulamog. 1, 2, 3. We'll try it. Not a whole lot of action, but we do have some mana dorks. So we'll play Overgrown Tomb. Leave it like that. Really? Okay. Springleaf Drum. You gonna play Ornithopter? I guess not. Carried pass. And Springleaf Drum kind of sitting up like, uh-oh. This be Infinity? Like Ledger Shredder. Oh look, it's a Ledger Shredder. How quaint. Ornithopter, sure. Yeah. Amazing how that works, right? Ledger Shredders, man. Ledger Springleaf Drum again. Okay. One second. John of Land. Another Ledger Shredder. Cool. That's playing all the Ledger Shredders, huh? It's like it's some kind of affinity deck. Do we want to play the Cavalier of Thorns? Oh, he's that deck. Uh-huh. He's a scissors deck. Okay, sure. Gonna swing for 8? Yeah, I guess so. Like, is that his whole point of winning? Just beating with scissors? Well, I think we play the Godless Shrine tapped. I think we just go. Kill that. Look at that. scissors, man. You gonna swing with the ledger shredders? I guess. Cavalier gone. Okay, let's see here. Cavaliers are coming out of work today. Just for two? Alright. Another carroted. We'll play this guy. Let's see. Swing with the team. I mean, we'll just straight beat down with some Cavaliers. We'll just beat down face with them. You take it? Wow, okay. Because now that ledger shredder isn't too good. Now look at, we got a 5-6 with reach here. We got 2 spare scissors in the graveyard. Oof. Blood fountain. Okay. Oh, he's a Grease Fang deck? Okay, so he's a Grease Fang deck. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Really? Well, alright. We're going to block the Parhelion, I guess. No, the Parhelion has first strike. So we can block an Angel. I didn't know he was a Grease Fang. I didn't know Grease Fang rains scissors. That's so weird. So he's 8, 11. So that's 12. Block an Angel. Osmodat's Aid. Let's see what he does here. He's killing the Angels. Yeah, Spirit Sister's calling the stack. We'll bring back the Cavalier. Yes. Sacrifice the Sylvan Cabbage. We will. More Greasefang for you, buddy. The question is he going to have another Greasefang in his hand? If he does, we lose. If he plays Greasefang, we just lose. Because that's kind of how the deck works. We don't have our reach guy out anymore. So 2 cards in hand. I wonder what he's got. And he can't cast them. Doesn't have enough mana to cast them. 1, 2, no. Plays another Ledger Shredder. Okay. Alright, so you can get some blockers out. I can respect that. Another Ornithopter. You want to swing with the 4/6? Nope, he's not. He's got to save back. Ashen Rider. Well, we can't cast that. We can do this. Play Nyx Weaver. And then let's see. Well, now he's got to block everything. Okay. Oh, Greasefang, jeez. Yeah. He swings for 13. Oh my god, Greasefang. Well, alright. I think we bring in probably the Goblinks and the Ashiok. Maybe bring in that too. Because I don't want to lose the Greasefang. I really don't. Grizzly Salvage doesn't seem very good in this matchup. That doesn't seem very good. Lilianas are probably too slow. 2 more cards? Probably... one Osmodat's Aid and... one Thoughtseize, or like that. Didn't think he was a Greasefang deck because he wasn't really technically running. It's so weird. He's running Greasefang with scissors? That doesn't seem right. Whatever, dude. see, 2. Springleaf drum, yeah. Well, let's start off just like we had last turn. Ledger Shredder, God. Things popping up everywhere. He's only casting Ornithopter to either get a 5/5 or whatever. I think maybe we want to hold the Cavalier of Thorns back to block. Well. No good on lands. It's Crease Fang? No, it's Ledger Shredder again. Dear God. And Soul Artifact. Such a cheap way of winning. This is turning 3 for him, so. Swing just 5? Okay, I'll take 5, go to 15. You land. It's not land. Shoot! Dang it! Come on, Dak. Don't fail me now. Let's go. Come on, give me a land. God damn it, Grease Fang. Are we just dead right here? We could be dead right here. He discards the part Helion. Yeah, we're dead. That's game. You know why that's game? I'll show you. Yeah, that's game. Yeah. Well, we need to land that. We need to land there. We didn't get a land. We needed to land at that moment to do something, and our deck failed. Yeah, we needed to land there. We needed to land. All right, game 2. That looks to be a keeper. Overgrown Tomb. Spirits. Shit. It's not good. 7-carated. About to get real, son. Curious Obsession, really? He's that type of deck, huh? I guess. Such a cheap way of winning. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. I don't... Ascendant Spirit. Yeah. Mono blue spirits. Good God, man. Come on. Jeez. All the man in the world. That's 7, 7, 2. One more land, we really can't cast anything. That becoming a 2, but instant speed shouldn't be a thing, but sure. 2-3 toughness. Make it a 3-4, because why not, right? So we need some of our Cavaliers to come out here and do something here, because these freaking spirits are getting out of control here. God. Oh, crap. Really? Wait, something. Protector. Thoughtseize doesn't do shit. Thoughtseize doesn't protect us. Matter of fact, it kills us. This is going to be this kind of day where I'm just going to get beat down to death by flyers. God, I hope not. Well, there's a Cavalier Thorn. That's a little too late for that now. That's exactly 8. That is exactly 8. You can't block any of that. Jesus Christ, dude. Come on. We gotta bring in the Abrupt Decays. This is getting absurd. Getting really absurd here. I don't think I care about the Thoughtseizes. I really don't. Does she have lifelink? She does. I'm killing him. toss these out. Was it Ascendant? Let me see. Ascendant Spirit, yeah. Bring the Pith and Eel and all that stuff. Just Skylasher. Yeah, okay. Gonna have to make do without it, but alright, I'll keep that in mind. Skylasher for spirits, sure. This is an actual like real deck that's taken off. Keep. We can draw a land. We can play Nyx Weaver. Get things rolling. Like, how popular is Mono Blue Spirits? How popular is this deck? Won the whole thing? Okay. Won the whole thing, huh? Cavalier. Cavalier of Thorns was as important. That's got reach. Top 5. Come on, give me a land. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I got a shock. Play a Nyx Weaver. Sure. What? Okay. Oh. He just drew it on License Hurst? I mean, really? He drew that? Wow, dude. Oh my god. This card is showing up I'm telling you, this is a good ass card. This might replace Relic of Progenitus in my cube because this is insane. Shit, dude. Yeah, I gotta. What, this deck? Like a tempo deck? No. Yeah, I could see that. I can see it being a tempo deck for sure. But the fact that everybody's now running on license horses like everywhere, y'all gotta get me off these graveyard decks. This is so much hate showing up now. And then there's that. Well, that's some good news. We can finally get our graveyard back. Sure. Is that 4? I'll take 4 this time. Land. Can you draw me a land? Thank you. And we milled 2 lands. That was really interesting. So we're going to have to block next time. It's a Gaia Reach. Let's see. Sure, dude. Like, yeah, have. So I'm trying to make that a 6/6. Okay. What does it do? You can't counter Abrupt Decay. So, here's Abrupt Decay. Let's see. I think we just do this. No, that was probably stupid. That was a stupid idea. 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. That was so dumb. That was extremely stupid. God dang it. I'm stupid as hell. I'm so stupid. I deserve to lose now. That was stupid of me to play that. Yep, that was stupid of me. Why did I play that? Well, we've lost the two flying decks, so I wonder what we're going to play in game 3. No lands. Why did I play that? Why did I play that? Elves? Great. No, it's Mono Green Devotion. It's a Pioneer. Okay, so what's... Thought sees him. See what he's in. Karn, Cavalier, Nykthos. Take the Karn. First time seeing Citrus Supplier. It's good. I was going to probably take Karn anyways, so... There's an Osmond, I say, in the graveyard now. That's great. Well, he's got a Nykthos and two unidentified cards in his hand, so... You got another Karn? No, it's in the graveyard. Cool. There's a Thoughtseize. I guess we can see what he's playing now. Take that. I think those ain't gonna be very much. Oh, he drew that, huh? Yeah, he drew that. for 4. He's going to animate the Hydra? Yeah, he's going to animate the Hydra. So 6/6. Jeez. We got a block there. Land, please. It's not a land, bro. Not a land. Not a land. This is ridiculous. This is unbearable. 7/7. Yep. It's game. I can't win if I don't draw lands. I don't know what to do. What? The Abrupt Decay? Die as well. Do they mill? Is that artifact loop a milling? Take the oath. That's good to know. I didn't know that, so. I'm not familiar with these new combo loops. I'll take his hand apart one by one. Pestilence Cauldron. And that's how it ends right there. He drew a Cavalier Thorns. Holy God. He drew a fucking... Jesus Christ. I can't even make it to 3 mana to get a Nyx Weaver out. This is turn 4. Why do they get that? Dude, what in the world? And keep. Go. Oh, it's blue. Sylvan Carroted. Is that all? It's all. It's all. Can I stop drawing Sylvan Carroted for once, please? Everybody kills that little spider like it's the worst thing in the world. The Nyx Weaver just gets such a bad rap. Everybody just kills it. With cycling sensor. This appears to be Dimir control. For sure. I wouldn't expect to be anything else. Extinction event? What? Narset, huh? Sinister Sabotage. Cool. Hmm. You let that go, huh? You probably kill it. Nope. Consider. Looking for a removal spell? What he's trying to do? Negate. So now he's got counters for Spirit Sisters and Osmodat's Aid. How quaint. And we draw another one. Let's see if I can... No. What was I thinking? Wow, okay. I bet he's like, Durr, what's this? Somebody's gonna replay it. No, counter it. No? Okay. Oh, dear God, no. Oh, my God, he's gonna lock us in. Killing our set. So you gonna let the Narset die? Well, holy jeez, look at that. You let the Narset die. Probably got another one. Yeah, I got another one. Oh, freak. In fact, he's holding a negate for sure. In fact, he's got a Narset and a Gyri Sanitarium out is not good. And he drew and he got another Narset. Wow. Jeez, this guy's just running 4 Narsets. I'm sure of it. Well, okay. I'll kill that one. You play another one, I'll kill that one too. It's like... This guy's strictly blue-black control. Strictly Dimir control. Negates, considers, fatal pushes, Narsets, Ottawa's, Censors, Heartless Act. Jam all the counter spells and yeah. All the counter spells and 3, 4. Literally is blue-black control. Just all of it. Cool. What in the world? Who plays that, really? I'm gonna try it. Gotta get something going on here, man. Oh, there's this. You got rid of Scissor Sabotage. There you go. Soul Shatter? Jeez. Heartless Act enters the exile zone, reveal zone. So you gotta kill the spider again. Nobody loves Nyx Weaver. Nobody loves Nyx Weaver. You think you're real slick playing the little lockout combo, huh? Do you think you're real slick with that? Apparently, he thinks he is. Drown in the lock. Jesus Christ. Let's see you play this. Negate. This is just no fun. Sure. Yeah, pretty much is. I literally have to draw Abrupt Decay. You're right. I literally have to do that. Well, you know. There it is. And would you believe the fact that I have no green mana sources? Would you believe that? Yep. No green mana sources at all. We are in Game 4 of our Pioneer League. We are currently 0-3. Right now we are playing Blue-Black Control with this dude. Oh, jeez. Come on, green source, please. I'll take it. So this guy's playing nothing but Gaia Reach Sanitarium, 4 Narsets, any kind of black removal spell on Modern and Pioneer, any counter spell is legal on Pioneer, any of the sorts. Field of Ruin. Okay. It's odd. And once again, like, it's just, okay, sure. You're gonna Field of Ruin my, really? Okay. I'll go get a forest. This is where he gets the Narset. No, it's not. He gets an Ashiok. What the hell, bro? So he milled an Abrupt Decay. So now we're down to 2. Well, we can play a Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize him. He's just playing nothing but counterspells. Jesus Christ, dude. Nothing but counterspells. Did you see that? Dig, counter, 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 counter. God. What in the hell? Who made this guy? What did this guy ever do? Somebody really hurt this guy, like, physically. Like, he's hurting probably, like... So I can't... You know, I can't even have a Sylvan Carroted now. That's great. So I've got to fight through... Jeez. Well, great. Now I'm stuck on lands. Yo, what's up? What the hell is this? Dig? Looks like a dig through time. I can't play anything. Except for the Abrupt Decay. I can't. I can play that. But I can't play anything. My lord. That's a full house. Dawns Overnights. Torrential Gearhulk? Cast it through. Oh boy. I guess I'll take 5 because I can't block. Thoughtseize. So he's running Thoughtseize, Counterspells, Kill Spells, Narsets, Gyreach. This is a Nathan Ramsey deck right here. All just... no fun deck. This is no fun deck at all. What? Unreal, dude. Wow. We'll never ever get a chance to. Did they just reprint Mana League? No, Brandon, that's not how that works. Unfortunately, no, that's not how that works, Brandon. It's not how that works, bro. Can't play Magic if all he's running is counter spells and kill spells. Board wipes and thought seizes and Narsets and way to lock you out. It's atrocious, dude. Pioneer is no longer becoming a fun format. But it's getting just as toxic as Modern. Not as, but it's getting there. This is a league. Like, blue black, no fun. That's all it is. We can't really win anything here on the channel. Because if we built blue black control, then we would have mana problems. Or we would play against, say, I don't know, mirror matches. And we'd probably lose because they get more lands than we would. So, last game of the night. See if we can win 1 out of 5. We went 0-2, 0-2, 0-2, 0-2. Yep. That's how that works. The what deck? Abzan Spirit Sisters. 1, 2, 3 lands. Yeah, I'll keep. Abzan Spirit Sisters is what we're running on. Burn? No. Red White Heroic? That's an actual deck in Pioneer too? I thought that deck died out a long time ago. Weird. That deck died out. Is it red white or is it is blue white still a thing? Interesting. Well, they're both a thing still? Okay. Well, this one seems to be like, might be right up our alley, but we'll see. This deck can kill me by turn 3. Does it have the ability to do that? Ancestral Anger. Oh, Lord. It's a double strike. So that's a 2/2. Nope, that's a 3/2. Wow. Okay. Alright, man. Cool. That's a 4/2 with trample on double strike. Yay. Was it 8? I ain't blocking, dude. Draw me a land, please. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Wait, Spirit Sisters Call. Go to the instep. Trigger. We'll target the Cavalier of Dawn. Yeah. Are you serious? God's willing. God's fucking willing. Well, okay. Sure. White, of course. Well, you're not going to get a golem then. Dumbass. Okay, well. As long as Spirit Sisters is in play, and Trample. Trample's the big problem. Is he? So he's pumping all this into this one dude. One dude here is he's just going for the alpha strike, right? Just this one guy. He's just trying to pump into this one dude. That's 12. This is an uncommon that has double strike. What the hell, bro? How do you combat something like this? You don't. You just sit here and like... Well... I wish we had another creature to kill that, but that ain't gonna happen. So it's 12-13. We die if we don't block. We gotta block the Illuminator. We gotta block this guy. He's trying to kill me with trample damage. Oh my god. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. What in the hell? I think that's lethal, no matter how I block. I think that's lethal. I can't... yeah, that's lethal. It doesn't matter. I take 11 damage regardless. Jesus Christ. Abrupt Decay's back again. Why not? Right? Bye-bye, Grizzly Salvage. And forget the Thought Seizes. Like, I am just amazed on what our decks we played against tonight are just... And our deck's not even bad. That's the thing. Our deck's not even bad. But when you pair it against blue-black control, mono-blue spirits... I have to mulligan that. Keep. It's... Jesus Christ, dude. Red, white, heroic. I'm willing to bet you'll never see any of these cards. You'll never see any of these decks in your local game store. Never, ever will you see these in a local game store. No. You will not see red, white, heroic at your LGS. You'll see mono blue spirits. You'll see that one. You're seeing those in like these like 3K terms are popping up in your LGS too. But you won't see this deck. So one thing about Moto is you can see these really weird deck and stuff that... Like, I know how to get the guy, but again, we'll see. Abrupt Decay must have to be in the deck, like, period. Because we can't deal with this. We can't deal with Narsets. We can't deal with oh, God. There's a lot we can't deal with. So we're going to have to definitely retune a lot of our decks now that we've lost our tokens. We've been focusing on token the entire month. So, yep, that guy. Honestly, I think the best thing to do is to, well, unless he has a God's Willing. God's Willing is what won him that game. So. Okay. Alright. Guess we can do that. Stitcher Supplier. Probably should just put Esper, but we get 2 Cavaliers of Thorns and a Gaia Reach. Cool. Oh, the whole team's here. Nice. Yeah, Defiant Strike, sure. What do you got? Monterey Swiss Beer. That deck runs that too? Interesting. What else you got? Yeah, I'm thinking Abrupt Decay's probably should go in the deck regardless. You got Cavalier Dawn. Okay. This is still not looking good for us. That's 4. Are we just gonna die to this now? Like, are we just about to lose to this? That's 7. Vigilance and Haste. Oh my god. That doesn't help. I can't. I don't have the white to play Cavalier Dawn. I don't have the black to play Cavalier of Night. I don't have green. I don't have a Cavalier of Thorns in my hand. And I can't play Spirit Sister's Call because I have nothing to sacrifice. There's no enchantment here to get 4, 5, 6. My options are extremely limited. And our draws have been extremely bad. We play the Temple Garden tapped, we die. We have it shocked, we die. We cannot cast anything in our hand because we don't have 3 white for Cavalier. We don't have 3 black for Cavalier of Night. Spirit Sister's Call is not going to get us anywhere because we have nothing to sacrifice. We concede. And we have completed our Pioneer League. We got nothing for that. Absolutely nothing. Alright. So let's see. How can we improve this version of the deck? Well, I don't like the Grizzly Salvages anymore. I don't like those, period. I think it broke the case. You need to come in the main because yeah. Let's see. The Esper version runs Stitcher Suppliers, Birth of Melodus, for Spirit Sisters. Good fan. You should have been here for last night. Were you here for last night? That was rough too. And we had one of the top decks in the format. We still lost. We still went 0-5 with Murktide. So, all right. That being said, all right. Well, you can't win them all. But apparently we can lose them all. So let's see. Tomorrow. Oh, the real Superman has followed. Oh, cool. Well, shout out to him for following me. Thank you so much. Starting tomorrow, we're not going to do the Legacy League because one, we lost our token. We don't have our decks. We're going to do a cube. We're going to do a cube draft tomorrow of the Vintage Cube. Well, hopefully that's still on here. Hopefully it's still available. I hope. Hopefully it's still around. So. Maybe it's not. It's not. It ends tomorrow. Oh, shit. The entry end in 14 hours. Damn. Well, all right. And we could do a cube draft today, but we don't have the deck because we have to play the deck. All right. So that being said, looks like we gotta get our legacy deck ready for. I guess we're doing a legacy league play tomorrow. So, all right. What are we gonna play tomorrow? What deck are we gonna play tomorrow? I'm gonna give Nick Fit a rest. We played that 2 weeks ago. Solidarity, because I don't have Candelabra, so I'm not playing High Tide. Solidarity is kind of like on your opponent's turn High Tide version. We've had Legacy Burn here on the channel. It's kind of like cliche. We don't have the Eidolon stuff. I don't know how much are Eidolons. Let's check and see how much Eidolons are real quick. It's Eidolon the Great Rebel. It's probably like expensive as hell. Eidolon the Great Rebels are going for ooh. $964. Okay. All right. Well, I'll decide tonight if I'm going to buy Eidolons or not. If we do get Eidolons, we can now get access to Modern Burn and Legacy Burn. We can actually update that to the real thing. The Four Horsemen deck you see here is kind of it's kind of interesting because what we're trying to do is trying to self-mill ourselves and hopefully hit Emrakul and stuff. So it's kind of interesting. Solidarity, we could take Solidarity into a league, but I don't know how good it's going to be because we're not running with its full potential. Like I said, we don't have our Force of Wills, we don't have our Memory Deluges. We have replacements like we have Counterspell, we have Thassa's Intervention, which is kind of like a Memory Deluge. So that being said, that's going to be our two options of tomorrow because we'll see if we get Eidolons tonight. We'll build Legacy Burn. It will take Burn in tomorrow. The Legacy League hopefully will do pretty good. We seem to do better in Legacy or older formats. That being said, but that's gonna be your play tomorrow. We'll do some Legacy because the Vintage Cube is leaving in 14 hours. We're not gonna have time to draft it, so unfortunately that sucks. New schedule coming out. I'll have it for you tomorrow because I'm actually off. I have some free time tomorrow. So the new schedule is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's going to be all Magic related events. It's going to be Tuesday Modern, Wednesday Pioneer, Legacy League / Cube Talk. Friday is going to be deck testing all day, all three formats. Saturday is going to be mostly Xbox play for whatever. It's going to be either Destiny 2, Division 2, or Call of Duty, something like that. I'm going to be taking Sunday, Mondays off to get everything caught up. I am backlogged and I'm extremely overwhelmed with YouTube right now, so please bear with me. But I want to thank the real Superman for following me. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the follow. Um, as always, we're at 62 followers now, so we're 13 away from our goal hitting 75. That's one of the requirements at Twitch Partner. Even though we're not affiliated yet, if we get all of our grounds built, we are working on the average viewers. We can get those up. We make affiliate here real soon and make Twitch Partner and start making some money, hopefully. But if you like what you see, please follow me here on Twitch, or if you go to the YouTube channel Kentucky Eclipse Gaming. It's the links in my bio as well. Please follow us on there. We could use the help on there. But until then, this is Chappelle, your host, and for Kentucky Eclipse Gaming, saying good night. I will see you all tomorrow for Legacy. Have a good night.